Okay, hello. This is not an official KYD Insider update, although I'll probably tag it Insider Update. It's just we have news, and we didn't want to wait until May 1st or just shortly after May to share the news with you, because we're going to have the meetup tonight in Orlando, and then we have a meetup in Savannah, and then we have a meetup just north of Atlanta, all before the next Insider Update, and we wanted to share this with you. So, I won't wait any longer. Here we go.
Do you know what this is? This is permission to get a dog.
Yes, so a lot has happened in the last week.
A lot
when we
has
went to Tampa.
transpired.
A lot has transpired.
Yes.
And we need to bring you up to speed.
But we really appreciate everyone's contribution to our last question, because we had so many thoughts in our mind, and we sat down with your feedback and we thought, this is the coolest that we have a sounding board in the Insiders. So we want to say thank you.
Yes.
And we have a lot to fill you in on.
All right, let's go inside and have this conversation. Okay, let's come on inside, Trisha. We'll just come in here like so. What was the other thing we were gonna talk about?
Tori's here.
Oh yeah, hey Tori.
Hello.
Tori's come out.
How are you?
Yes, well she's getting on a plane and she's going back tonight.
But
she came out for the weekend. She came out for the weekend.
Yes.
I think that was the other thing we were gonna share with you, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Wait, Tori? Tori's here? I know, right? Oh my gosh! Yo, Tori! Where the heck did you put my charger?
I didn't.
And then there's that. Maybe that. I just can't remember what the other thing was that we were going to share.
We're pulling your leg. Look at this. We have so much to share with you, but we'll have to do it when we can properly do it. But
Yeah, this is just a quick. This is just a quick update. My arm is killing me. Let me put the camera down here. Over.
Goodbye, KYD Insiders.
Ouch.
Hey, jeez. Okay, so here's the deal. KYD Insiders, Brad and Amber up in Michigan are the new parents, so to speak, of Grand Ginger.
Yes.
So congratulations to them. And it turns out, and we're gonna get into all the details later, this is just a little quick update. And the reason, and the reason is because, like we said, we have all these meetups, and it feels like we're keeping a secret, and we don't want to make it feel like we're keeping a secret.
No, we wanted to let you know. This all came together within the past 4 days.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then we drove here to Orlando. We're having our meetup tonight, and people are riding by, and we're sitting outside, and they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh no, this is happening so fast. So anyway, we wanted to pop on here and share it with you first, and then dive into it way deeper in our update.
Yes, and we are learning so much. I just can't even wait to share with you the auto level and the hooking up the fifth wheel and the fear in my face when I'm doing it. And that's kind of exactly. And then we were driving from Tampa to Orlando, and we hear this crash bang aluminum sound, and I see things bouncing, and I just assume it's us, and I don't know if it was or not, but
it wasn't. We had no signs.
We are, and the size of this thing, which we'll get into, and the height is creating all sorts of new things, and so we are no longer in our comfort zone. That's one of the big reasons that we wanted to be making these changes, is so that we can get outside of our comfort zone, get that level of fear.
Because then you learn, because your brain is like, wait a minute, I don't know what to rely on. So we're learning things about fifth wheels that we didn't understand. We're learning things about multiple tanks. Just this morning we were figuring out gray tanks, black tanks, what happens. But anyway, we got to keep this brief.
We do have to keep it brief, but I just wanted to cover some other things, because we really haven't spoken since the last Insider Update, and there was such great feedback there. I think there were so many of you that were like, hey, changing the rig is an awesome idea. I'd love to see it. Sounds exhausting, but I'd love to see it. But we watch you for the family. We watch you for the family dynamics, and we just wanted to reiterate that will never change.
Right.
A couple of the episodes through Tampa will probably be a lot about the rig and the changing over the rig. But with what we have planned in, let's see, Kentucky and Nashville and Michigan, there's so much cool stuff, and it'll get right back to why we RV in the first place, and that is memories, making connections, the people, the experience, all that stuff. So KYD will never be an RV channel exclusively.
Right. Yes, exactly.
So anyhow, so lots to share, and I know in the comments they're like, show us a tour, but come on, we gotta space this out a little bit, right? So you got a little glimpse. It is a Grand Design Momentum, I will tell you that, which is probably pretty obvious. So there was a question this morning from Bo, I believe it was Bo, that said, hey, would you buy a Grand Design again? And
yes.
Or I think it was, if you do buy a toy hauler, would it be a Grand Design? I tell you what, we looked hard for an alternate brand and didn't feel like there was one that
was a viable
option.
Yeah, option
for us, and so we ended up doing that. And
there were some gorgeous ones that are made for 2 people, but not for 5, usually 4 people.
There were, yeah. So anyhow, so there's all that we got to share with you. So anyhow, so tonight's the Orlando update, or meetup, and then Savannah, which we're doing, we just posted that, and then we're going up to north of Atlanta, just outside of Atlanta, and that'll all be before like the end of this month.
Yes.
And then of course I think we're going to do an insider meetup in Louisville, and then probably pop down and go Louisville. Fairly confident now, Louisville.
Okay.
And then we're gonna swing down and probably do one in Nashville. But there's gonna be a bunch more.
We're like a ping pong this season because there's different dates that are making us go in different directions.
Yes.
So anyway, and then we're coming back to Arkansas again.
That's right, yeah. And I think we're gonna end up popping up to Bentonville, but that's gonna be much later in the season. There's no rhyme or reason to the route. So.
But there were a lot of people from Arkansas. When's the Arkansas meetup? Because it makes sense that it would be going this way, but we're actually going this way, and then we're looping up and then back around.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyhow, there is lots going on this season, and there's just so much change happening. I think it's because the ages of the kids and whatnot, there's just a lot of change that is happening right now with us. I think there's a lot of change in everybody's lives that's happening, whether you like it or not, either becoming an empty nester or what, there's just always something shifting, changing, and so I suppose our message is embrace it and roll with it, because there's not much else to do.
Yeah, that's right. It's coming.
Yes.
So
all right, so that's the quick little insider update that we wanted to share with you. So much more to come. Trish has already come up with such awesome ways of organizing, and I'll tell you the other thing that we learned. The 312 Bunkhouse is a legit travel trailer.
Yes, if you have a family and the kids are under, I think, like 16 years old, that is the best travel trailer, bumper pole, whatever you want to call it, in our opinion.
So much space.
Bunkhouse. There's so much counter space. There's so much storage. There's still privacy split floor plan. I mean, so if you're looking and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they changed, it wasn't because we didn't like it, because it was amazing.
Yeah, and we had a hard time. We had a hard time moving everything out of that rig and finding space in this rig. Yeah. And it is substantially bigger. Yes. And we had a hard time fitting it all into the cabinet. So the move is going to be kind of interesting to see. And then just how you organize everything.
Thanks.
So more good stuff from Trish's organizational tiny home.
Tiny home. It's more like necessity. How do I fit this in that?
I can't believe you haven't even brought up the fact that the dog now. I mean, you open it with
it's coming. You don't need to push things that are actually happening, okay? If it's happening, you just let go. Someone taught me once in sales, once you sell the products, you step back.
Stop dogging.
You don't need to keep selling, okay? There was a clear upfront agreement.
I'm blushing.
450 equals dog. As soon as Mark put his little foot inside of that 450, I was like, oh, my dreams are coming true, okay? Mark's like, what do you think of this truck? I'm like, you do whatever you want to do. Because the groundwork has been laid, my friend.
And more stuff to share you on the truck, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for now. Quick update. We're glad you're here. Anything else before we sign off?
No, I'm excited to dive deeper into this information.
Yes.
But we have to go. We have a meetup to go to.
Well, we got dropped at the airport, and then we got to go over to Orlando. All right, that's it for right now.
Bye.
Talk to you in the comments, and see you soon.